almost forgot to film before I started eating. This morning I am having cake batter pancakes and turkey sausage. On the blue and the purple plan, the cake batter pancakes are 3 points. On the green plan, they are 5 points. And on all plans, the turkey sausage is 2 points. It is lunchtime, and I am having some leftover chicken fritters that I made the other night from the Drizzle Me Skinny website. I'm having 1.5, so I guess I have to count it as 2 points. And then I'm having a 1/4 teaspoon of raspberry balsamic drizzled over the top and some veggies. So I'm going to count it as 2 points for the whole lunch. To finish off my lunch, I am going to have a bowl of mango. I realized I was so busy this morning, I never had my morning fruit. So we'll have it in the afternoon. Ate it. Look what came in the mail today. This is, I used some of my, oh geez. Oh man, it's all dusty. I'm not going to be able to open this while I am holding my camera. Let me open it and I will be right back. I used my wellness rewards to get the new My WW cookbook. Comes with a little card. Your amazing determination has paid off. You earned this gift. Enjoy it, your WW family. So, I hear it is a fantastic cookbook. The other night on Denise over at, oh no, she wasn't on YouTube. She was on our Facebook group. She went live and was showing everybody it and was like crazy over it, said how awesome it was. So I am very excited to sit and read this. I probably won't get a chance to do that until over the weekend, but I'm excited. And it has, see, it has the points for all 3 plans on everything. So, ooh, this is the one Denise said looked like had my name written all over it. Spanish style potato tortilla. Ooh, oh, only 1 point on purple. Man, I might need to switch to the purple plan. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. That came today, and that's all. Back to work for me. Okay, dinner tonight is part of a collab that is going up on Friday. I will have a cook with me on it. It is a Build a Meal collab. If you are a meeting member for WW, in the new books that we received, they were talking about building a meal with 0-point foods and seasonings and stuff like that, and fats. So that's what this meal is. It is blackened salmon with a side of butternut squash with horseradish butter. My intention was to throw a green vegetable on the plate, and I got so busy filming and cooking that I forgot. So hubby said not to worry about it. So here is my dinner, and it is 3 points on the blue and the purple plan. And it is about 7 points, I think, on, or no, 9 points on the green plan. I did not weigh out my piece of salmon. So the salmon is 1 point for the oil it was cooked in, plus however salmon I believe is 1 point per ounce. So however much salmon is there for the green plan. Okay, finally getting around at the end of the day to doing the meeting highlights. Now, I was not at the meeting last night, but I did get a copy of the card. So I did not weigh in last night. We had a dinner last night. Remember I told you, I think 2 weeks ago, that I had a friend from church who passed away kind of unexpectedly. Well, one of the things she always organized was the church ladies' dinner. Every other month we would meet at a restaurant and all have dinner together. And that was her gig. So we did it last night in honor and memory of her. So I had that, and I got done work a little late, and I just did not have time to go weigh in. And that is the beauty of being a lifetime member. I only do have to weigh in once a month if I want to, but I still like to weigh in weekly. But I did jump on the scale, my scale, yesterday morning at home, which isn't always completely synced with WW, and I was either the same or like up 0.2. So I'm cool with that. Works for me. You know, I'm supposed to be maintaining, and that's definitely maintaining. I've had some hormonal issues pop up, so not surprised. Anyway, I'm surprised it wasn't a gain. So that was my unofficial weigh-in, and I will be back at my meeting in my regular seat next week for sure. But the meeting topic was about portions.
And I had planned on doing a whole separate video this week anyway on portion control. So I'm just going to kind of go with it. And I'll go over the card, but I'm going to kind of do more of my own thing. So the WW card says, find right for you portions. First, let's say this. Portions are personal. The portion size that's right for you depends on what you're eating and how much you need to feel satisfied while staying within your Smart Points budget. The best way to learn the amount is to do some measuring. Start with portions of the food with Smart Points you eat most often, and with time, you'll train your brain to serve up the right amount automatically. Personally, that doesn't work for me because I have what is called portion distortion. I do. Even after all this time, I still have to weigh and measure everything because if I didn't, it would be a disaster. Maybe not the first day, maybe not the third day, maybe not even the fifth day, but I guarantee after that, my portions are going to grow. I know it. I know for a fact because I've seen it happen. So I still weigh and measure everything that's pointed. I don't really necessarily weigh and measure my proteins because I do work out a lot. I'm all about the protein. So if I have a 6 or 7 ounce piece of salmon rather than a 3 or 4 ounce, salmon didn't make me fat. So I'm not too concerned about that. I'm not too concerned because I'm on the blue plan. I'm not too concerned about weighing my chicken breast and my salmon, my turkey. Now, if I was on the green plan, I absolutely would weigh them because it's pointed. If I found myself gaining and gaining and gaining each week, then I would even on the blue plan, I would absolutely still weigh and measure even the 0 point foods. I do watch my portions on everything, even the 0 point foods. I am not going to eat a dozen eggs for breakfast because they're 0 points. I will have 2 eggs for breakfast. On the weekends, when hubby makes me an omelet, he uses 3 eggs. I'm not eating a dozen. So I think the problem is sometimes, like I said, we have portion distortion. It's so easy to look at something like, and I compare sometimes. Sometimes I will portion out my food and then I'll go back and measure it or weigh it. And 9 out of 10 times, I've been very generous with myself. Very. So what you need to do is you really need to be solid on your weighing and measuring, and you need to be honest, especially on pointed foods and especially on foods that you eat often. It does make a difference. And I personally prefer to weigh instead of measure, and I'll tell you why. We're going to use ice cream as an example because you know I love ice cream. Halo Top ice cream comes 4 servings in that little pint. When I used to use a measuring cup and measure out the half a cup, I never got 4 portions out of it. Never. It was always like 3. Why? Because when I was measuring that ice cream, I was packing that sucker down in that cup like it was brown sugar. Well, I started with measuring out, I think it's either 66 or 86 grams. I'm not sure. Doug usually does it for me because that way, that's all I'm eating. It's not put a little in the bowl, put a little in my mouth. He weighs it out. He hands it to me. So I'm not sure if it's 66 or 86. But it's amazing. When you weigh it out, you get 4 exact portions out of the container. So weighing definitely is much more accurate. I know, like when I do pretzels, for instance, if I decide I'm going to have pretzels, I weigh them out.
64 grams.
Oh, 64 grams. I was wrong all over. 64 grams on the Halo Top. And now I want Halo Top. When I do like pretzels, I always weigh them out. Sometimes it comes out in my favor. Other times it doesn't come out in my favor. But it's all a wash. Avocado. If you eat avocado, you have to weigh it. Because you can't look at something and go, okay, a quarter of this is 4 points. Your avocado could be this big. Your avocado could be this big. So your points are going to vary. And if you weigh it, you definitely get more bang for your buck. You would be shocked at how much avocado is in 1 point's worth, which is 1 ounce, I believe. You would be shocked how much is there. So definitely weigh your things out and definitely watch your portions. I know with the purple plan, you don't have to weigh, you don't have to measure. For me, that would be a disaster, especially with whole wheat pasta. Because let me tell you, I can eat my weight in pasta. I can. And as long as I've been at this, I still could binge on it. I could, because I love it. I love pasta. So I could definitely eat too much of it. So even on those kind of things, I definitely would weigh and measure. But now that's just me. You guys might have so much control and be so focused that that's not a concern of yours. And hats off to you, because I hope to get to that someday. But for me, I definitely still have to weigh and measure. And like I said, even if you don't weigh and measure and you think you're pretty good, just check every once in a while and make sure that that pile of rice on your plate is really however much you intended it to be, a half a cup, whatever you intended it to be. Just go back and double check once in a while. Same with your oils. Now, I got to tell you, I'm a little bit of a rebel and I don't count all my olive oil. We need it. It's a healthy fat. If I'm doing it in a recipe where I'm mixing it like as a dressing or something, I definitely count it. If I'm putting a teaspoon in my skillet to saute, a whole pound of mushrooms, I'm not counting it. If it's little amounts like that, excuse me. But once again, especially with things like olive oils, portion distortion, because you think it looks like a tiny little bit when it's really a whole tablespoon. So definitely and I know we don't want to be tied to a scale or a measuring cup for the rest of our lives, but reality is we are, because if we did Weight Watchers to lose weight, 10 to 1, we're not naturally slender people. And 10 to 1, we have eating issues, and it's easy to fall back into that. And it scares me. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Maintenance scares me more than anything. And I have never kept the weight off this long, I don't want to say this easily, because it's not easy. It's definitely doable though. But I just know that, couple extra pretzels, couple extra goldfish, couple extra whatever can start adding up. So you really, really need to watch your portion control. You really need to weigh and measure. Everyone might not agree with me, and that's fine, because everybody's journey is different. But for me and for a lot of people, it's definitely important to weigh and measure. Back to this. They talk about, they want you to, the foods that you eat frequently, weigh and measure them this week. Serve yourself, number one. What's your typical portion? Whatever it is, put it on your plate. Pasta, rice, whatever. Put your usual portion on your bowl or on your plate. Then measure or weigh that portion. That way you know how much you are eating. Then use your app to find out what the Smart Point value is. Now granted, if it's 0, we still have to take into consideration, even if something is 0, we shouldn't be eating the whole thing. I know I had a major problem over the summer with watermelon. Now, did watermelon make me fat? No. But this summer, yeah, I ate a whole 15-pound watermelon in 2 days, all by myself. That's not good either. Too much of a good thing's not good. It has a lot of natural sugar in it. So anyway, if it's a prepackaged food, use the barcode scanner. See what it is. See if it fits into your budget. I was really going to count 6 points for that 1 cup of rice. And look at that. I have 2 cups on my plate. Now it's going to cost me 12 points. So that's what they want you to do. They want you to learn the portion sizes. But you might have enough points left. So you decide what works as number 4. Decide what works. If you have enough points and you want those 2 cups of rice, then by all means eat them. But by seeing that, you might be able to say, oh my goodness, I don't have room for that. I need to pull that off my plate. That's why weighing and measuring is so important. So important. And I had another point to bring up and I forget what it was. Thought of it while I was reading this. I'm thinking. Okay, well, it must not have been that important. But I mean, that's my public service announcement for the day. Just really be aware of what you are eating and how much of it you are eating, because that is really what it comes down to. Calories in versus calories out. There's no magic pill, there's no magic drink, there's no magic color plan. We just have to watch what goes in the pie hole and how much of it goes in the pie hole. So that's it. The recipe this week is chicken, broccoli, and tortellini soup. I don't like the broccoli in there. Maybe if it was just like carrots. There are carrots in there, but that broccoli kind of throws me. It is 7 points on the green plan, 5 points on the purple, and 5 points on the blue. So, I mean, I spend 5 points on a bowl of soup. Not necessarily a clear soup like that. On a creamy soup, I'll spend the 5 points. I'm okay with that. But, yeah, this really doesn't do it for me. I mean, the tortellini is where your points come in, I'm sure. But anyway, so that's my little spiel about portion control. I think it is the #1 thing when it comes to our weight loss and our journey is portion control. So that's that. And with this, I am calling it a night. It is late. I have to upload this and I have to go watch Survivor. So I am ending my day of eating with popcorn. I'm going to make 3 cups of microwave popped. I put it in a bag and 4 tablespoons of popcorn in a paper bag, toss it in the microwave, and it usually comes out to 3 cups popped by the time some of them don't pop. So I am going to end my night with 3 points of popcorn, which is 3 on the green plan, 3 on the blue plan, and 0 on the purple plan. I would have had a really good purple plan day today if I was doing the purple plan. But anyway, so that's it for me. That's it for my rambling on and on. And I guess that's it. Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock Central Time. There's a small little collab going up. It's me and Sandy and Carrie. We are doing a build a recipe collab from the new literature from the new Weight Watcher books. They talk about, planning your meal, building your meal with 0 point foods. So Carrie took green, I took blue, and Sandy took purple, and we are each building a meal. So that, I think I talked about that already at my dinner. That will be going up on Friday at 3 o'clock. So look for that. And that's it. I'm going to go watch Survivor. I'm going to eat my popcorn, and I'm going to call it a night. I will be back tomorrow with just a full day of eating. No meeting highlights, no weigh-in, nothing like that. We're good. And I also have a video I'm working on for some Thanksgiving strategies. So that is it. Have a great night, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.